I guess it's true what they say. More money, more problems. More popularity, more problems. Apparently, the feds raided Tekashi 6ix9ine place in Brooklyn and found the gun in there. We back at the Boxing Clinic and more. Y'all know we do more than boxing. Let's get into the music entertainment. And yeah, man, Tekashi 6ix9ine, some people believe he a federal snitch. He's going through Chicago trying to pull, basically Chief Keef whole card and go around giving people money and asking where the real goons at in Chicago, etc. And he had the police with him. Somebody called a shot at him with the police. So, that's probably where that comes from. People, believe that. But as well as he was moving out the house in Brooklyn. He hadn't been there much, according to the TMZ article I linked to the description. He hadn't been there much. You know what I'm saying? He'd been on the road. He was in Colombia, Russia. He over there in Europe right now. And 50 Cent, I got on him saying he didn't want to be the king of New York no more. He said Ace Booty, Don Q, and the rest of them can be the king of New York. 50, he said he wanted to be the king of Europe and whatever. He was throwing out pounds and euros, whatever you want to call them. And 50 said my son is gay. He just started talking, clowning or whatever. But they said that cleaners and movers had been in and out the house. He was in the process of moving out the house or whatever. And allegedly he got kidnapped. Talked about that a couple months ago. And, then the next day him and Nicki Minaj dropped a record. So most people were saying he was lying about being kidnapped to boost his popularity up. But, it's in his house. And, New York are real strict on gun laws. I've been back and forth the last few years to New York. And a lot of the people in New York, what people explain to me, carry knives because the gun laws, they so tough on guns, and a lot of them carry knives or whatever as protection. And, he wasn't there. I mean, I don't think he going to do no time for this unless they can link the gun to him or link it to a body or whatever. Obviously, it wasn't. I don't believe it was registered to him. I don't know if that's known yet. But, when you get popular, man, you got to make sure you kind of tighten your circle up. And you got all these different, rappers going to the airport, getting caught with guns. Joel Santana, just recently Plies. You got to tighten your circle up, man. You got to be extra secure. You can't have, Ron or Ronnie Boy or Mac, whatever they call these dudes these days. Check your luggage to get your luggage together. You got to be on hands on everything, all right? And, there's no telling who was going in and out of this place, okay? No telling. He been gone. He could have had boys say, go check out my house. He in the process of moving. One of the movers could have did some dirt, so I could snatch the gun right here, right? I could stash it right here real quick. So, it's going to be hard to touch him, on these charges. And he got some money as well. But, the other thing about it is, for him, what made the feds want to rush into his crib is what I'm trying to ask. Did they think he had paraphernalia, dope? Did they know he had a gun in the house? Could they have planted the gun to try to, put something on him because he being a terror in New York? I was the Barclays Centers for the Broner fight, and him and his crew got to shooting up in the Barclays Center. Okay? Are they tired of him being a menace? I mean, like I said before, some people believe he a federal snitch. Okay? Some people think he out here pulling these dudes' whole cars to be a snitch. And, is it a case where, if he really is a snitch, which I'm not saying he is, he ain't, he ain't doing what the feds say do no more, and now they trying to crack down on him or whatever. So, it's the rise, man. He create chaos wherever he go. They didn't want him at Summer Jams this past year because all the bullshit he keep up and all the, all the shit around him. He was the hottest artist this year, in New York with Cardi B, and he wasn't allowed to be on Summer Jams, And it's all the controversy around him, all the ruckus he carried around him, okay? But I just want to know what gave them the right, or why did they get a warrant to run up in this guy's place? And that's what you got to ask. Like, why? Is he still, is he, is somebody he know, or somebody in there pushing weight, or I'm just trying to understand why would they raid this dude's spot? Okay. And it is what it is, man. You got to make sure everything's straight. Make sure your circle straight, your circle tight, and don't make the same mistake again. And if you continue to make the same mistake, then they gonna get him, man. Or they gonna deplete, or they gonna get him to his money is depleted, because that's what it's about, man. Most of these dudes that do these drug dealers that go to court, even if they win in court, they done spent all their money trying to stay out of jail, so they got to go back and do it again and risk it. But here you go, right here. I'm gonna read a little bit, okay? Brooklyn home was swarmed and raided by federal agents Friday. A search were told turned up a gun, whatever. Law enforcement tells TMZ Tekashi 6ix9ine was not home during the time of the raid. It's currently unknown what prompted the search or who the gun discovered in the house belonged to. So they ain't saying why they raided, but a source close to Tekashi 6ix9ine said the rapper was ready to move anyway out of the Brooklyn home. We're told Tekashi 6ix9ine had not been in the house several weeks, and many people, including the movers and cleaners, have been inside the property lately. So they don't know why they searched the crib or whatever. Basically, man, so he ain't been there. It'll be interesting to see if they try to, take it to trial or press charges on him. But I don't know if they gonna say if this another Tekashi 6ix9ine stunt to drop an album or a song. But he ain't doing that many features as far as on his records, and his music is blowing up off the strength of him. Okay, so I don't know if it's just New York tired of him. I think it was the dude from Hot 90. I don't know, the radio station in New York. He was the reason that stopped Tekashi 6ix9ine from going on summer jams. And is the city tired of him? Is he a menace to the city? Is he misrepresenting the city? Is he too much of a danger? From the shooting at the Barclays Center to the beef with other rappers to alleged he got kidnapped. To all the stuff that he doing. If I was him personally, to get off before I get off, if I was him personally, I would leave New York, man. I would move out of New York, go somewhere else, similar to what Boosie had to do, move out of Baton Rouge because it was a target on his chest. So, it is what it is. The Box Clinic and more. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. If you'd like to donate, the PayPal link is in the description as well. Shout out to everybody that donate through the super chats and the PayPal link. All right. Also, you can check out our new Raw and the Cut podcast. That link's in the description as well. And we moving, man. And I just wanted to do a little story on this, man. But like I said, I linked the TMZ article in the description. Let me know what y'all think about this story.